because I want it to go above my bed.
I'm thinking a blanket.
Oh yeah.
Or maybe a coffee mug when company comes over.
Or what about one of those full print hoodies?
Phone case.
There you go. There's lots of accessories. Man,
we should actually get our website live, and we should put this up in the merch section. Like, I want a coffee cup with Johnny's picture on it. I want a T-shirt.
Basically, what this all is don't jack with your friends, bro. Don't jack with the people who brought you to the. Don't jack with your people who brought you to the dance. Don't jack with people that bring you on their show and have you as a guest, like the Titty and Shiner show. Don't jack with people who bring you on the show as a co-host to strap a rocket to your back and just freaking send you. You are the. You know what? I mean, I don't know if he's the hottest free agent. I said from time, I 2 episodes, I said, the Atomic Drop Show probably thinks you're the hottest free agent in podcasting right now. And, he got all mad, like he was being loyal to me. But yet then again, if you hear him before that show, he says on my show, before that show, he called into the Atomic Drop Show. Before he came over to me and started recording, come on, man. Yeah, don't... Listen, photos can be power, and power in the hands of a dangerous man is like a pipe bomb. And when that sucker goes off, kaboom, baby. Listen, Tijuana TC is your home. You don't need to leave us for a couple J-Brones that are spread out all throughout the country trying to get things together all the time. So listen, this is where we're at. This is Titty and Shiner. This is Tijuana TC. This is your home. Don't leave your home. You don't want to be like Happy Gilmore. You don't want to yell at the ball and say, go to your home, ball. You're home right now, John.
Oh, good God, Johnny. What have you done, my friend? What have you done? Donnie's in the booth with his hands up in the air like he doesn't know what the hell's going on.
I'm telling you what, and if Donnie starts, okay, you guys are getting me fired up when I talk about people jacking with my show. I'm going to get fired up. And if Donnie keeps jacking with me right now, I'm telling you, an Orndorff arm bars and sesh. I don't care. I never met the dude. I never met the guy, which makes it easier. I never met him, so I don't have any hard feelings.
The Orndorff arm bar is in sesh. That's awesome.
That needs to be a bumper sticker.
That stopped me in my tracks.
That's going to be a T-shirt.
You know how many T-shirts I've designed this year that I've forgotten?
And which is horrible, man, because you come up with some of the baddest ass T-shirts of all time, but a lot of times you don't mean to.
Oh yeah, just like my original saying, "You ain't winning if you ain't fucking, you ain't winning."
He's got a T-shirt that says this, and that is a legit quote that he said in a dead sleep one night in a hotel room when we were in Arkansas.
I got to tell you, I got to tell you guys a small little T-shirt story. I had the honor of being at the first ever New York PodCon, the first ever podcast convention in the state of New York, and it was really cool because this whole podcast convention thing is all about networking, right? Like you're meeting people, you're asking about their show, they're finding about you, everything. Everybody's numbers goes up, which is great. But this first people that I met, this one dude had a shirt on. It was a quote from his show, and it said, "I hope you step on a Lego." I thought that was one of the greatest quotes of all time.
Todd, It's funny that you mentioned that because I often say this saying: I can walk through a room full of Legos and not feel a thing. I can't feel anything from about mid-calf down on my feet, my legs. So. It's like I'm paralyzed.
You're dragging down the vibe, dude.
Yeah, it's like I'm paralyzed from the knee down, but I can walk the hell all over Legos and not feel a thing. I'm like the only guy on the planet, I think, that can do that. So,
just get us some free drinks.
We're talking about walking, and we're talking about Johnny. We're talking about controversy today. It seems that this show is supposed to be about you guys and me and getting to know each other and talking about our shows, and then all of a sudden it seems to be about controversy about our friend and my show, which is fantastic. It's fine, whatever. It causes me sleepless nights anyhow, so what's a big deal? Now, the thing is, and you're talking about walking on Legos and all this other stuff. I would walk through hell in a gasoline suit for Johnny, and he's still questioning where he wants to be at times, I feel. But he won't come out and say it. Like, what's your guys' opinion? Listen, there's 3 heads here. It's obviously better than one. What advice do you guys have for me? I'll put myself out there right now. I need help on.
T, what do you got?
I go get high. I don't know.
I am 32 years old, and I can honestly say I've never in person.
Really?
So I don't know if that's an option, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know what to tell you to do. I've never been in a situation where I've questioned.
Well, you have loyal friends, is why. I mean, your friends are loyal. That's why you've never been in that.
Well,
I'm honestly, you're like really jealous. You never felt betrayed by Shiner, because like betrayal was such a big thing. Like if you go back to, oh my gosh, the days of the kings and the queens and everybody trying to, betrayal is like the worst thing you can do to a friend. And especially in this case, this is something that's really soaring right now. And I feel, if I didn't use the word betrayed right now, I feel like I would probably be shortchanging myself and my feelings. I don't want to do that.
Kind of feel like you've been cheated on.
You're at a crossroads. I think you need to get Simo and you need to call him on the table. I think audience. I think you need to make him make a public declaration as to who he has loyalty to. And if he is a loyal co-host like he should be, then he will cut his ties to the Atomic Drop Show. He'll stop going behind your back and calling into their show. I mean, you know how it is. You get on a successful podcast like Todd had. The fame goes to your head. Your inhibitions get a little low in the evening. We get deep in the Keystone Light can, and you start calling podcasts and try to join the staff. I mean, everybody makes mistakes, but we're at a point in this deal that Johnny's going to have to make a public declaration on who he's going to be loyal to.
The fact of the matter is, I built this from the bottom up. I didn't call no Joe Rogan trying to get on that show. I didn't call the Titty and Shiner show and say, hey, all right, guys, listen up. I understand you guys are really good and you guys are really popular. Can I please have a spot? No, Donnie did, but I didn't.
Ooh, burn, Donnie. Burn.
Shots fired, Donnie.
Kapow.
Yeah, shots. I'm telling you, buddy, I am full of ammo tonight. So cut my mic again, Sunshine, and see what happens. The bottom line is, this is what's going on. This is what's going on in my life right now, and it's such a bummer that I got to be on here, and this has to be a topic. There's 1,000 things that we could talk about, but we're talking about controversy with my co-host. Not gonna lie, it makes me sad. Not gonna lie, it hurts, and it's kind of embarrassing, to be honest with you, because I know my show is good, I know my show is funny, and I know he's a big part of it. And I brought him on because I respect him. I brought him on because I think he has a great deal of talent, which I don't think he realizes how talented he is at this. I see it. The Atomic Drop Show guys just won a third wheel, so they have someone to feed off of, so they have some sort of content for themselves whenever they're running out of ideas. What can we do? Oh, hey, Johnny. No, that's not what I do on my show. You know what? I include the guy because he has value.
Well, here's the diamond in the rough that you found when you Simo. We've had Simo on a handful of times on the show. He's called in and he's interjected his opinion on some things, and they're always great. We had a listener contact us, and Johnny is such a good addition to any podcast that he appears that the guy that contacted us thought that it was a character that we had made up and had somebody call in to do because he was so entertained by. So you've got a gold mine there every week as your co-pilot, and he's pulling this kind of shenanigans with you. Like I don't get that. I mean, you think he'd be a little bit more thankful than what he's. Shots fired.
Exactly. Makes a very distinctive sound.
Well, let's get off the Simo subject because I can tell Todd's getting. Oh, Donnie cut his mic again. Wow. Donnie, you better turn that mic back on.
You better turn it back on. He said the Orndorff. He said the Orndorff armbar is in sesh.
Yeah,
Orndorff armbar. It'd be a whole lot cooler if it was like the.
A lot cooler if you.
Yeah, the nest bomb. I don't know. Orndorff. Oh, it is a funny name. I don't know where it comes from. Todd, where does it come from? Nowhere, apparently. So,
what's going on?
There we go. Donnie got him back live.
I'm telling you, I'm going to do some calisthenics real quick because I'm getting older before I go and whoop a little tail on 80. Listen, hey, I know a guy who might be looking for a podcast job here in a little bit. So if you guys want to replace Don with John, y'all just let me know.
I think Donnie just called a shot out. He said he's got a witch hazel bottle full of whoop ass waiting on you.
Don.
He's pulling on a bottle of wild turkey, so that's not helping there. I mean, did you get rid of the apple whiskey that you were drinking? Is that
the apple Jim Beam?
Did you hear what I said about that?
Yeah.
Did you hear the description?
Yes.
Jim Beam apple is a household name, but so is garbage. And just like garbage, it stinks when it gets old, too.
This stuff is disgusting, man.
It was so bad. I had no option.
You know, I went through Crown Royal apple phase for about 5 minutes. And
that's like 4 minutes and 59 seconds too long, bro. You know the thing? You know what that proves? That proves we are men. We don't need this flavor. We don't need candy in our cups, boys.
No.
Well, I was going to tell you why.
We don't need candy in our cups. We don't need no Hawking in our lips or whatever the heck it is. Hawking or Kodiak, it's one of the two. I don't know.
No, it's just
That's not what it is.
It's in a white and blue can, and it says Kroger, and it just says dip.
Dude, if Johnny didn't hit Kroger every day, they'd shut down and send out a search party for him.
You
that
ain't
dude's
bullshit.
in Kroger all the time. Which
We don't
we've already
even
talked
have
about.
Kroger's here.
We don't either. We don't have them
we
here
don't
either.
either. It's an East Coast thing, but I got to go by Kroger's.
It's Johnny. It's 11:12 at night. I know. I got to feed.
I know, but Dreamer told me to pick up some pickle salt, whatever that is.
Or cat litter. He's always after cat litter too.
Cat litter,
Or
yeah.
or jalapeno pickled quail eggs.
Yeah. Okay. Was that true? You've never had a Bloody Mary? Is that a true statement?
Dude,
No, never
had.
had. Never had a Bloody Mary.
that's my jam.
Yeah, Titty can make a Bloody Mary like nobody's business. And actually, we're sitting on a video of how to Titty making Bloody Marys.
Titty just has not gone back to the edit session because I'm afraid it's going to shut down again. And then I'm going to lose all that work again.
Johnny act like he discovered Bloody Marys when he drank one the other day. Like he's sitting Marco's out. Like he thinks that he has discovered a drink that nobody knows about.
He found gold. He struck gold.
You know, I didn't start drinking Bloody Marys. I didn't start drinking Bloody Marys until Shanny and I went on our first cruise together. And that's when I drank a Bloody Mary on the cruise ship. And I was like, where in the holy hell has this been? This shit is so good.
How is that possible? How have you guys waited so long in life to have a Bloody Mary?
I don't know. You know, I mean,
That was breakfast in my 20s. Like I had to do that just to be able to function. Like shit.
I'll be honest with you. I'm a pretty straight edge dude. I didn't drink until my 21st. To this day, I've never smoked a cigarette.
Good on
never
you.
done a drug. I'm pretty straight laced, and I don't know, man. Like
So are we.
The first beer I ever had was a Labatt's. I felt like a gangster, and I made a song about it because I make a song about everything. And
But Labatt's?
yeah,
Labatt's.
Birthplace of Pamela Anderson.
Yeah, but again,
That's how she got discovered. She was wearing a Labatt's blue T-shirt at a football game.
Labatt's. That's like Duff.
yeah. It's what?
That's like Duff beer.
That isn't bad, dude.
Listen, I spent 3 summers up in Canada playing baseball, and so I'm like a big I'll support anything Canada. I mean, so that was the first thing I ever had. I was like, you know what? Spent a lot of time up there. I loved it up there, to be honest with you. And so I was like, first beer I'm ever gonna have is Canadian, and that's probably the last time I ever had one.
Now, that's the last time you ever had one.
I thought that story was going a whole different direction than it did, man.
I know.
Shit,
Yeah, I was
on the
thinking
edge of
more-
my seat, and you just let me down harshly.
Prom queen slut was going on in my head and all that mess, and then, not even an electrical fence.
You know, that's what happens when you're in a sour mood because, you got some controversy in your life. Rid of, gentlemen, I apologize. Go ahead.
Oh, don't apologize to us. In your daily life.
It's not often we get a guest on here, but I can say
most people deny our request.
Yeah,
I know. Hell, I can go on your show.
I can say that you were very loyal and showed up at the time that we started it. So
Yeah,